to the top of the pay scale at the university. I'm now making $17,500 a year. My ex had not passed the boards. She couldn't practice. We're living in San Francisco, which is probably the most expensive city in the country, and we got a baby. I had to forget about a possible career in science. I had to forget about maybe becoming a physician. I got a family to take care of. I got a real job. I went into sales. The computer industry was in its infancy 40 miles south of San Francisco down on the peninsula. We moved across the bay to Berkeley, California to save money. It meant the nightmare of a commute, but you do what you gotta do. But I was now making $25,000 a year. And I thought, man, we're gonna be okay. Big guys in the business that I was in at that time, big guys in that business made $80,000 a year. I will never forget the company's top salesman. He made $80,000 a year, and he used to walk like he was the NBC peacock. And I remember thinking, man, 80 grand, I want to walk like that. But one day, I happened to be at one of my accounts, San Francisco General Hospital, where there's never any place to park. And I see something that's the beginning of my life changing, I don't even know it. I see a guy that is absolutely the sharpest guy I've ever seen in my life. No flash, no bling, just sharp. And he was driving this gorgeous red Ferrari, slowly circling the parking lot looking for some place to park. I go up to the guy and I say, hey man, I'm coming out. You can have my parking place, but I gotta ask you 2 questions. The 2 questions were, what do you do and how do you do that? Turns out, this guy's a stockbroker. And not just a stockbroker, he's one of the top institutional salespeople on Wall Street, and he makes $80,000 a month. Oh. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in this room, but I'm pretty good with some numbers, Bo. I figured that out. One guy is walking around like the NBC peacock, the other guy was rolling like a rock star. I knew what I wanted to do. I started spending a lot of time with this guy in his office in downtown San Francisco when I was supposed to be 40 miles away learning how to sell scientific equipment. A couple of things happened simultaneously. Number one, I began to accumulate a huge amount of parking tickets. Double parking, illegal parking, late to feed a meter. Number two, every place I went to interview, I heard the same word. No. No, no, no. From my ex at home, I heard a couple of other words. I remember them also. I believe they were delusional and unrealistic. She had a point. Major Wall Street firms have begun to require an MBA just to get into their institutional training programs. I had never gone to college. Didn't mean I wasn't smart. Didn't mean I wasn't bright. I just didn't have a college degree. I interviewed for a year. I've been asked many, many times, you interviewed for a year to get a trainee slot with no guarantee. Do you think it was racism? No, absolutely not. There's another ism, something called placism. Think about it. I had never gone to college, did not come from a politically connected family, had no money of my own to invest in the stock market. Who's going to do business with you? That's placism. That could affect anybody in this room. But I kept coming back for 1 year for one reason. My mother.